Hello there, mates. This is Discovery Scouts, the Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. And today is Friday, May 5th, 2017. Happy Cinco De Mayo. That's me. So, I'm having a leftover for enchiladas for the rotisserie chicken. And Frankie made it the last one in the midnight in the morning. So, I just got to sleep. I got the jambalaya rice and the cheesy and cheddar cheese potatoes and included the potato salads. And I'm gonna be back. So I'm gonna show you something, and I was gonna have to wondering what's gonna hell it happen. Well, looks unseen to me. Fast food, surprise, surprise. Oh yeah, baby. That's why the record. That's why the record's why we're eating healthy for the contest. And I was gonna doing something about the stories and about the community for the Happy Cinco de Mayo eating out for a Mexican restaurant. That was been about 5 years ago. When they singing about we're going out for the Mexican restaurant, Mazatlan, Azteca, and in the homemade like Aunt Michelle, my aunt just made tostadas, fajitas, and Mexican pizzas with rice and beans with the Spanish and Mexican, and the red beans. That was a good surprise. That was a house you're gonna have to see every time to be about the different. And my good riddance is in the flexibility is also why you're eating about every 45 minutes. That's what I gonna have to be different to nobody's no leave out for everything for the kitchen. That's why I'm hearing for help. So 21 more days for the Pirates of the Caribbean coming out on May 26th. The Black Pearl honoring the bottle is going out to the world. She set it free. He's gonna set it free. And Queen Anne's Revenge, captained by Hector Barbosa from Blackbeard. And The Flying Dutchman, captain from Davy Jones to William Turner, then the new captain. And The Pirate King as Elizabeth I. That's where you're gonna think it about it. That's where you're gonna have to see on TV spots on the day. So this is my jambalaya rice. This is where you're gonna have a interesting for every 25 minutes simmer minimum for the chicken on it, with the sausages on it. That's gonna have the pork on it. As also they have the two meats on it. It's also really good. So this is where he made it with enchiladas and cheddar cheese potatoes when I made it from yesterday. And potato salads is also to make good. And that's a good surprise. I haven't did one of the purpose, so I think it's willing to do on to see on the Baywatch on 21 more days. If it different guys, so don't forget to follow on to the Baywatch the movie, and Alessandro Daddario, Alvinus Hadwa, Kelly Winbotch, Zac Efron, John Bass, and Prankila Chopra, Dwayne Johnson, and Kevin Hart from Central Intelligence. So you can follow Kevin Hart for real, and actress, director, and YouTube 24. So follow on Tony Tornado YouTuber, and Amanda Jane, The Juggies for Life with Jesse, Big Brother of Jeffrey, and Psycho Jad Jeffrey Sr., and Larry's Lounge, Uncle Larry, and Joe Bump. So you guys wanted to follow the links description today, and once to the subscribers, if you go to the subscribes, if you go on the likes, make up for the million views to the day. So if it gets like it about don't forget to links description of the day. So you could have one of the things about the land, other things about the land interesting. So you know about the very moments, guys. That's sort of where my interest things is. This is gonna have to remind you guys. That's where we came to the moment. My subscription anymore ratify the type of the letters about the community service for interesting for Pirates of the Caribbean for Captain Jack Sparrow on Disneyland Resort, California on Anaheim. The closer from Disney California Adventure, that's where 9:30 shows on the Disney World Color. The talent shows for every day for the day 7. They're doing in the holidays of the week. The slowest as many as they can. That's just where I am the different for everything. So I know you guys who you know about gotta have to do something about below up. Go on to the very most of the entrance things to go to the that means go to the best friends ever. I love that Captain Kids buffet. They have a Cinco de Mayo in Old Country buffet on the South Hill, and I love Hometown buffet. They're the three things that really best day ever. So a Mexican buffet, they have for the Cinco de Mayo. There's also the very most good. That's a good delicious. You should go out for the restaurant thing. And that's where they're gonna keep this land. They're to go to the Winco and Commissary and Fred Meyer's, the Walmart, Big Lots, and the Targets have some of those of the Mexican foods. That's the really taste. That's the way it tastes like about every 15 minutes. That's where the shopping carts to nearby. While they're easier when people are going inside, they're buying some of those Cinco de Mayo stuff for the foods, stuff for the drinks, stuff for the napkins, stuff for the paper towels, stuff for the difference. That's where, and that's really good romantically eating a lot of food. For interesting guys, don't think it'll be like it about lost to do something lost to 100,000 people likes, and don't get frustrated around it about every 10 minutes. So .com. So every 10 minutes, every about go on to the Google Vines on the imaginaries, YouTube 24 YouTubes, Facebooks, Twitters, Find Cameras, Instagrams, and Cock Story Talk, Hangouts, and Google's a Vine and Google a Twitch a Patreon. Excuse me. Think about it, guys. I know that about the very interesting, and I love that very most moments. Lost it to do, lost it to get to happen about any about the script, any about a lost it I lost it about very most jealous. So I'm not. So I get some of the really good. Those I went out to my friend of the teacher and staff. I got some brought to the food, the bigger food from my lunch. The staff members, the teachers are really delicious. Really delicious. Really jealous. That's a good idea. That's a really great idea. And Guardians of the Galaxy starts today. So you guys want to go on to see tickets on sale now. So go on to see on the freaking Guardians of the Galaxy. Bradley Cooper as the Rocket says, so the place and the voice with the raccoon standing behind like a human. But the baby Groot was going up for the tallest thing from the first movie to a bigger male one. So he's going up for it's going up to the life was baby Groot. He is certainly saying, I surely has a baby. I surely has a little one has really strong. He has the branches. He has the branches long arms in the branch. He said, I am Groot. I am Groot. He says, I am Groot. I said, yeah, But he says to the baby, so the baby says, I'm good. I'm good. I hope it thinks so. For anyone to be someone else to do, just in case. If it been messed up, if it gonna mess the things up, his funny moments, and getting lost in the Guardians in the Galaxy was at the very moments on the Marvel Studios, and we're coming up for next year on Marvel's Avengers Xfinity War, Part 1 and 2, and it's 2019. I also be different for everything, and you know what that means. So Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman coming up for next month on June 2nd. Go on to see about it online for go on to Wikipedia for interesting for Ruma Kimura as the ending scenes. There's the Ben Affleck as Batman, and Ezra Miller as the Flash, Barry Allen, and Victor Stone as Sobard, played by Jason Momoa as Arthur Curry as Aquaman, Henry Cavill as the first superstar as Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Justice League, and Clark Kent and Kal-El and Superman. We could go on to see it about Clark Kent is still alive. Like Joel says it about he was still alive. He lived around about 100,000 years ago, like long stories of the speech and announced. His scoutship was very most important in the mostly half Kryptonian ship. When the interesting about the ancient scoutship, the arrival on Earth and the alien, they certainly think about it beside the Gotham on the destruction of the world's engine, like specifically for the in the ocean, that could be one of the different. Well, one to have it about the terraforming. It had no idea. It just to be like it about long stories about communicating. So I was watching it there and about for the last 4 years. The June 14, 2013 Man of Steel was very most best. As also they have 143 minutes on the Superman. Was the first time he was the best. He was a Cameron B. Wells on May 2012. He was a playing as a big crush for Amy Adams. She was on Lois Lane, Daily Planet. It's things that have very complicated for the most alien beside the person came from Earth to Earth from Krypton. So his mother Laura was in a good riddance for the gods, and the execution from General Zod, the Krypton planet was destroyed, and he was let be to go on the Earth after the Jor-El death, and Laura was saying goodbye. She was farewell for him, and they're saying the Zod's trial and the capturing from Kryptonian was the notorious bad guys they ever. They were wearing the armor, firing for the blue damages, and the world was most imaginary. Was it says they have no idea at just saying no more interesting about long stories. All things about communicate. All things about all around the circles. All things that are about the 100,000 years from Krypton. The many 1,000 years from Earth, they have a 2,000 year. They have a 2,000 years from 2,000 years in Earth. They mostly have evolutionary was insane. I would say that about take it that as a yes. And don't I would think about the different for every time to beat again. So you mean to know about every most different for every time, being the waste be the different, being the time, be a lot of it. Oh yeah. That was a good movie for Man of Steel. So that was about December 2013. That was destroyed for the Gotham invasion, Metropolis, and cities in Manhattan. But I think, yeah, um, they're saying also yes. You can have you can have a barrister. You can have a barrister around there, and he need to know about if we move it that. He move it that. So I made a plan, guys. So you need to know that it'll be a take a time. So you need a time. So that one should be timed at about almost 10, 2 more minutes and 10 seconds. I think about the different for everything about executionary. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad for the supervillains was General Zod, Farewell, and a lot of the ancient scholarships, and Doomsday like a clone from Transformating. For Lex Luthor, knows about supervillain, and they have the Joker, Harley Quinn, Deathshot, Captain Boomerang, El Diablo, Killer Croc, and Slipknot, and the most creatures in Gotham, and those after the battle, and Incubus, the Enchantress, as more than from Dr. Jumor. She could be really bad. She could be really bad girl they ever. They're saying also be different. Everything. So I'm gonna take it to the outside. Woo-hoo. There we go. A whole of that that a lot of them about every to be different. My different lifetimes also they have is really going for clean it up for tableizations. My civilization is citizens and different, and don't think about wandering off for Cinco de Mayo every holidays. And that says don't go outside. Don't be so much different. Don't be a sarcasm. Don't be unfrustrated to them. If it gets really worse, it gets underestimated. The one thing about nothing for him. That's a really fact. And this is my quest. This is my quest for the Pirate's Fifth, for the Trident of Poseidon. So Karina Smith was arrived for the Black Pearl, was every most interesting for searching for the Queen Anne led by Henry Turner No, and Hector Barbosa let us know. He would like to the communicating for defending the pirate was the Flying Dutchman. Knows that the William Turner was captain from the land of the sea from Davy Jones' locker. Lost to be sighted of the king trying to slip her on a Little Mermaid. I love the Little Mermaids. Emma Watson loves it. She was hot. She was so contagious. She was courteous. She looks different about 3 years last for Noah for premiere for the United Kingdom on London, England. That's a really good movie. Christopher Nolan, Hans Zimmer, Zack Snyder, and Don't Be So Much Different. And I have a really interesting, guys. If you like it, go on to Washington Noah today. It's set it free, and Harry Potter trilogy, and The Circle on the movie theaters. Guardians of the Galaxy, the movie theater tickets for now, and Baywatch on TV spots on 1 hour and 59 minutes. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. So don't forget to subscribe to more content. So follow like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Fine Camera, Twitch, I stream, Patreon, Gaming Challenge, Juggy Star, Elmwood, New Jersey, Cock Story Talk, Tom Allow, and Hangouts, and Play Store. So follow Play Store on the games. Follow the subscriptions here. I'm Jugger Nuggets, Big Brother, Joy Star Barter, Keep Behind the Camera, Bridget West, The Inky Grandpa Shows, Grandpa's Corner, Psycho Dad, Larry Slouch, Joe Bump, Manicorn, Julie Riley, Parker Zip, Crocodile Buzz, 888, Boogie 2988, Julie Riley, Manicorn, and Roman Edwards, Roman Edwards Vlogs, Rick Teen Creed, Bro Squad, Reagan Dad, Derek Diesel Daily, Lasita Corner Joes was spoke up from Derek, Space Jam Gardens, Life of Boo the Moco, Cuba Guy, The Cuba Guy Life, Horrible Gamer, Nest Boo, The Book Show, and Prank vs. Prank, Beer vs. Sheriff, as Boyfriend vs. Girlfriend, and Patty Mayo, Jackson Adorju, Human TV, Shami TV, Elliot Guys, Ben Phillips, and Nanny Giles, and the prank shows on YouTube 24. Follow along actor, actress, director here, friends here on Alexander Daddario and Matthew on Shadowhunters, and Catherine and her best friends, and Catherine McNamara, Dominic Sherwood, Harry Shum Jr., Topia, and Albertus Rose and Ed, and Logan Lerman, Lucas and Lindsay, Dean Collins, Michael Rappaport, Wendy T. Jackson, Lever Redmond, Jim Perrick, Allie Wood, Jake Aba, Douglas Smith, Tom Ercole, Mark Robbie, and Emma Watson with her boyfriend, and Justin Ben Fernlander, and Captain, and Zac Efron, John Bass, Kelly Wubash, Alvarez Hadwa, and Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, and Prankana Chopra, and Henry Cavill, and Ben Affleck, and Carla Gugini. So go on to my channels today, so you could going on for the premieres on 8 more days, guys. Miami, Florida, on the UK premiere on Baywatch today. If you love it, guys, feel free to death. Don't forget to subscribe to any of the content today. Don't forget to feel likes on Baywatch 2017. If you like it, if you love it, feel free to death. Don't forget, guys. So keep it rich, mateys. I'm gonna eat up for my leftovers for breakfast. Keep it rich, mateys. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Yee-haw. Enjoy your time.